Come with me to make some dual oil coolers for a Mazda RX-7. My particular RX-7 came with only one oil cooler from factory. The other side doesn't have one. First thing I gotta do is take some unnecessary car parts out of the way again. And then reinstall parts that'll get in the way of our oil cooler lines. Next thing is to take off the old oil cooler setup because we're not using it anymore. For me to bolt these new oil coolers in, I got these sweet brackets from one of my buddies that will make this job a lot easier. This kit is well thought out and comes with instructions, but I did what any real man did. I ignored them. I started loosely mounting each bracket one by one just to get a good idea of how each fit. There are 3 brackets for each side, and here's how it looks. The brackets fit great on both sides and took the guesswork out of making these dual oil coolers work. I tested the bumper also just to see how everything sits, and the next step is to use this improved racing oil thermostat. I decided to mount it here on the front bar and do another test fit. I check all angles and spaces where I can run lines just so I don't run into any issues. So far, everything looks okay, so now it's time to make some lines. The next step is to grab your hose and start adding your fittings to get a good idea of how your hose will sit. So after connecting my hose at the first spot, I grab some tape so I can measure and cut the length of the hose that I want. I continued this process for several hours and it took a very long time. After making several lines and installing fittings, this was the final result. Dual oil cooler setup for my RX-7 that I abandoned. As always, I did a last test fit to see how everything works, and all the hoses are out of the way and can't be seen. Make sure to follow along as I build this RX-7.